In this tutorial, I'll show you how to hack, quote unquote, your piggybacks, how to maximize the value out of them. I'm also going to explain at the end of the video how me and my comrades and I have actually hacked some piggybacks in a very serious way. Hack as in modification of software that is not really regulated in the terms and conditions, not really talked about in the terms and conditions, but you know, it's for a good purpose. So what we're doing with this is focusing on diabetes. So everything related to diabetes, that would be the liver, the kidneys, the pancreas, diabetes itself, insulin itself, all that kind of stuff. So normally what I do, I'm running a SKIO that was manufactured in 2016 on PULSAR software, I believe version 2.1.2. Although it is October 1st, 2024, this PULSAR software has not been updated in at least 6 to 9 months. The rest of that information is probably not meant to be widely available. So as I'm running something in the background, could be risks profiles that won't launch. Let's just, click on anything, whatever, just to start running something. Stress, great. From this virtual doctor, SKIO is working panel, I'm gonna pop open the Matrix Explorer. Because I'm in PULSAR, I have to do the scan each and every time in order to get the scan results. So I'm just gonna, have something running in the background. Timed therapies and like blood sugar disorders, if we're talking about pancreas and things. So tick the box to continue indefinitely. And let's just do this. So you're going to see this button here, add to therapy. You should already be at an advanced level. This video is intended for people who are practitioners or who've completed my course or, that kind of a thing. So you should know where all your piggybacks are. This tutorial is not about finding where to put your piggybacks, but how to maximize the value of the piggybacks you add. So opening up this Matrix Explorer, if it's already open, hit the Alt key and Tab to flip through your software applications more quickly. We're going to go here and just type in diabetes, search above tray. What you're going to want to do is hit the Windows key, type the word snipping tool, hit enter, and snipping tool is going to open, right? Hit enter again, and you're going to start snipping, right? This is how you do things fast. We always want to be fast with all this kind of stuff. So the PULSAR software took over because it started running in automatic mode. So we're going to go back to the Matrix Explorer where we see the results for diabetes. I'm going to go back to the snipping tool, hit the enter key because I'm going to make a new snip. So what I'm going to do is normally I do one of everything, so I know exactly what it is. It's a filter for diabetes, blah, 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 right? Everything comes up in the matrix. All 11,000 plus frequency signatures show up in the matrix, even if we aren't currently suffering from diabetes, for example. So I would save these item numbers as I already have in training I've done earlier today. So what I have is diabetes filter 1 for this patient whose name is omitted for privacy purposes. So I've saved this with the index values, the value, and the long name as well, just in case for whatever reason, if I want to go back and see what item number is matched with what name, like the item number 5617, oh, okay, that's diabetes brittle, for example. What I did though is I made a second screenshot of these, just copying or just screenshotting the item numbers. They're a little bit blurry, but it should still work with this free online tool. So now what I've done in order to, basically maximize my piggybacks is I go over here, I open up all of these, it's just a free image to text. I just did a little internet search and came to freeconvert.com, convert image to text. So you can use whatever thing you want to do. I'm holding down the control key and I'm single clicking with left click on all of these little screenshots that I've saved as images that are just the numbers only. So I'm hoping this is going to work, right? First time I've done it like this. I'm going to convert all of these and upgrade to convert more than 5 files at a time. All right, sure. So filter for pancreas. What did it not take? These last 3, I guess. So download all. And again, to be faster, I have a little Bluetooth keyboard where I have my hand always here and my hand over here, like a gamer or something. So my left hand is on this keyboard, hitting the Alt key, pressing and holding the Alt key down as I hit the Tab key and I look for the downloads window. Here we are compressed, right clicking, or 2 fingers usually brings up the right click. I'm on the operating system Windows 11. What I want to do is show more options, and I want to decompress this, uncompress, extract, decompress, uncompress, extract. I promise I speak English well. In Asia. Oh my God. English language is ridiculous. Okay, so here we are. Control A to select all, Control C to copy all, holding down the Alt key, right? Clicking the Tab key to get back into this. So I'm gonna Control V to paste this here. Keyboard shortcuts are your friends. We also have nothing in here. So maybe that just didn't work. That did. That didn't work either. Okay, so I'm gonna close all of these. Here I am pedantically marching along. Cancel because that one did work. What I can do is just use the big old texts that I was using. Where is my history? No. Okay. So let's see something where I could do multiple, like free convert. Let's try this one and let's just see. Image to text. Let's see if this will work. Can I select multiple files? Let's see. Holding down the control key, no. But let's just see if this one worked. Because I just want the numbers. We don't need all the words. Just the item number is good enough. And as you should already know, we can separate item numbers with a comma or a double space. So let's see if this works. It's taking a bit of effort right now, but trust me, in the long run, it'll be saving time. These are separated by 1 space. Control A to copy, Control A to highlight, Control C to copy. Let's see how that pastes, and that's also a single space. So what I'm actually going to do is delete that, open up like LibreOffice or something. Do I have OpenOffice? There we go. What I want to do is a simple Control H to find and replace a single space with a double space. Time is of the essence here. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back here and do things one by one. Let's also take this with the blue highlighted things and converting it to a TXT. So this comes up, a whole bunch of numbers, great. Control C to copy. That is jumping around for some reason. I don't know if it's my recording software or what's going on, but something is freaking out on my computer right now. Internet Explorer just crashed, or something is wanting to crash. Task Manager, what's going on? Oh, Windows 11, reminding me, it's not Black History Month in October. Isn't November Black History Month? Like this, I thought, no, wait, it was February, wasn't it? Oh my God, I'm so sick of America. They're stupid. Anyways, right, I'll keep an eye on things on my other screen in the Task Manager. Here we've got more numbers perfectly copied and pasted. So let's go back to this thing, select a file. I'm doing a lot of these, right? So obviously you know what to do from here. I've labeled all of these well. I basically just made a screenshot of, just to be pedantic and repeat myself, I guess. I've made a screenshot of these Matrix Explorer items. So I've filtered for diabetes, I've screenshotted the whole thing, and then I screenshotted just this column index, and then I've scrolled up, of course, and you can either scroll up or you can just like click up here and that works, and then screenshot it again, and screenshot it again, just those little bits. So that's worked just fine in the Matrix Explorer. If you want, each and every time you're doing a Subspace session, you can double click, blah, blah, blah. But keep in mind, when you're doing Subspace, you're only zapping in Subspace, so everything's equal. Now, if, the person I'm making this for, if the patient or client, I guess, is hooked up in harness to the electrodes, then you would, of course, want to prioritize the Matrix Explorer, queued up items here, and then you would want to zap these in the main matrix. So I just arbitrarily clicked on random stuffs. So let's close here. If you haven't ran PULSAR on whatever thing you're doing, or EPX, the EPX software has this queue function as well. You can just single treat all of these, which is great if your patient or client is in harness. But if you're in Subspace, everything, pretty much every click is equal. So this is why we want to just hack the crap out of our piggyback items. So we are going to go here, Control A, Control C, hopping back over. Okay, this is again not working. I don't know why Slack is just wanting to pop up. That's very not GDPR sensitive, but it's my own company, so hope it's okay. It's not patient data. I'll paste this here. So essentially what we're going to do, we've got a single space after this. I'm just going to Control A. I'll do the rest of these off recording. Control A to highlight everything. Control H doesn't work in LibreOffice. Control Z to undo it. What you want to do is find and replace, which would be under Tools, I guess, or it used to be Control H, maybe just Control F to find. Nope. Okay, so Control F brings up find and replace. I keep forgetting if it's search or find, because find is a different, suchen is search and find is finden, obviously. Don't know who translated this. Search for a single space and replace with a double space. So you're gonna just replace everything. It did it 73 times. That's great. That's pretty much everything we want and need. So Control A, Control C, we copied everything because remember we want either a double space or a comma to be separating all of our item numbers. So I've started doing all this with diabetes, with the words, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing this with all the words. This is taking forever. So in my master sheet of piggybacks, Control V to paste, just because I'm kind of a weirdo, I kind of like to have things all in one because I have all my piggybacks here. For general health, allergies, everything, blah, blah, blah. I mean, there is no, did I misspell that, histidine? There is no limit really to the number of characters, not that I've seen, and I've pasted like a mad woman. So in order to show you how I paste like a mad woman, I'm going to copy all of this and go back in here, And I'll just run something just so I can open up some background programs.